Now, the third and last speaker of the day is Gavelier Tanvi Agrawal. Gavelier Tanvi is a girl who has been stressed out because she recently stepped into the dangerous phase of life, boards. She looks forward to overcome it either by the help of Corona or her hard work. She also loves cooking and writing blogs and thanks this lockdown for helping her chase it. Toastmaster Sanjana will be evaluating her. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Sanjana to share her objectives in her speech to the audience. Toastmaster Sanjana, the virtual floor is now yours.
Thank you, Gavelier Adisri. Gavelier Tanvi is giving Project 3 Get to the Point. Her purpose is the broad intent of her speech. Most speeches fall into the four general purposes: to inform, to persuade, to entertain, and to inspire. All the best, Gavelier Tanvi Agrawal. And over to you, Gavelier Adisri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjana. I would now like to call upon Gavelier Tanvi to give her speech. Gavelier Tanvi. Okay, you can continue.
I'm sorry. First, thank you, Gavelier Adisri, for giving me the platform. And first of all, I would like to apologize to all the Gaveliers because I'll not be able to switch on my camera due to technical glitches. But I'll try that you understand my speech and understand the motive of my speech without my camera being on. I'm really sorry. So let us begin. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Tanvi Agrawal, is here in front of you all to give a virtual speech on the topic, is my life a movie or serial? Few months earlier, I was watching a serial that is quite popular, Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma. While watching, I suddenly went to my grandma and asked her, "Ma, why don't you watch it? It is so interesting." And do you know, her reply was astonishing. She told me, "You talk about watching serials in television? I have watched such kind of serials in my life via my naked eyes. Not once, but 10 times. I was surprised to hear this. And so I asked her, how was this possible? She told me, the serial you are watching today explains about a housing colony, living like a family, and so on, right? Yes, I replied, of course. She continued, you are also a child like they are showing. You also have a joint family with many cousins. And to be notified, I have 10 cousins. Then, isn't the condition of your life similar to one shown in the serial? Told my grandmom. I again nodded. She then began. I have an idea. The time you give for watching the serial, just spend it with me. I will narrate you a similar story in the exact same way as the serial. The only difference will be that you will be the lead actress. I got quite excited and decided to give it a try. Day one, everything began. She told, on 9 Jan 2006, a woman named Preeti, who was 9 months pregnant, was quite tired. She was having bouts of vomiting and had to be taken to the hospital. After a day, at 8:43 a.m., a girl was born on this earth. After 2 days, this girl, along with her mother, was welcomed in her home. She was the first child of her parents. Her whole family was overwhelmed. Okay, now, it's already 30 minutes. We'll continue tomorrow, told my grandma. Ma, I begged. Please tell me, it is so interesting. No. Do you get to watch more than one episode of your serial in a day? No, right? Told my grandmom. Day 2. She began again. As time and tide wait for none, the little girl also grew up. She was named Tanvi and was the apple of her parents' eye. Soon she became 1 year old. And do you know, her parents forgot her first birthday. But on the second day, they began her day by taking her to the blind school and feeding the children there. After 7 months of her born day, Tanvi also became an elder sister, Didi. Yes, her little sister named Silky was born. Things were going very smooth. Both the sisters had a strong relationship. Their family loved them intimately. And as the saying goes, everything was as smooth as butter. But one day, dark clouds covered their house. Oops, time is up, sweetheart, told my grandmom. She again left me hanging in the middle. Ma, I don't know why, but everything seems so new. I know it is my own life, but it feels like I don't know anything of the story you are narrating to me. My grandmom then explained to me, it is so because people in this era are so busy building up their own future that they forget their golden memories of past and spoil even their present. I understood. Day 3. These dark clouds took Shilki's mother away. The house was devastated. But as every dark cloud has a silver lining, our silver lining also came. Soon things were back to normal. The two little girls had by now grown up to be 8 years old and had turned very naughty. They fought over silly things, cried, and after a couple of minutes forgot. Whenever their mother tried to scold them, both of them covered each other's flaws. This was one of the quality in the two little girls which added to their good behavior. But, of course, their mama was hanged in between. So, friends, if I go and tell you about this, the whole evening will get over. Do you know? Through this way, I have learned every minute detail of mine. From when I first started walking to when I started making friends. From how my sister broke my hand in a silly wash basin fight to how I fought for her. Everything. What I mean to say is, instead of watching serials in the television, whose members you haven't even met, isn't it interesting to listen to your own life story in the form of serials or movies? Yes, it may seem a bit silly, but just give it a try for a few weeks because good memories from past are craved in golden letters in your hearts. Thank you. Over to you, GOD.
Thank you, Gavelier Tanvi, for your wonderful speech.
Gavelier Tanvi, first of all, congratulations on your Project 3 speech on the Gaveliers. Let's give a big round of applause for her. Is My Life a Movie or a Serial? Such a catchy title, which had already glued everyone to listen to you carefully. Everyone, the most impressive part of Tanvi's speech was her vocal variations, the tone that she used, the intonation, the pace that she varied throughout the speech, from the beginning to the end, from where she told about her, the ending to when she started that she is going to be the lead role player in this movie that her grandmother was going to tell. Notice how she opened the speech with conversation with her grandmother and captivated everyone how her grandmother told her that her life was also similar to the serial Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma, and she is going to be the lead actor. Did you all notice how her key message that our life is also a movie or series, so better to spend time with the family as there are drama, suspense, comedy to it. And her title was inclined with the rest of her content. That's amazing storytelling. You are a very good storyteller. Being said that, how can we make this speech even better? I have 3 recommendations for you, Gavelier Tanvi. Number 1, every dark cloud has silver lining. As you said, so if this dark screen of mine had your video in it, then you would be able to exhibit your speech delivery really well with your facial expressions, hand gestures, stage choreography could have added the icing on the cake. Number 2, engagement with the audience. If I were you, I would have asked some questions like, do you also feel that your life is like your movie or a series? This would keep on the audience engaging to your speech. Number 3, role changing. While you kept all of us intact with the interesting anecdotes of your life so far, you could improve on the vocal changes when you shift from your role to your grandmother's role. All in all, Gavelier Tanvi, you are a passionate speaker and can use the vocal variations flawlessly. Prepare engaging content and proper opening and conclusion. I wish that if you could incorporate engagement with audience, role changing, and if possible, your video was on, if there was no any technical issues, then you could have taken this definitely to another level. I'm looking forward for listening to your more speeches. Best of luck for your upcoming speech. Thank you so much for delivering such a wonderful speech. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sandhya.